Thanks for watching heretostay.tv. I'm Glenn Hausman. I'm with Mick Lee, founder of WINiT, Women in Action for Travel, and Aero 212, her own consultancy. Great to see you today.
Thank you. Good to see you as well.
So I'm excited to talk to you about what is going on with WINiT since we last spoke in the summer of 2017.
WINiT is a nonprofit that is focused around three things. It's the development, the mobility, and the visibility of women in the hospitality industry, in travel, events, meetings, and exhibitions. And WINiT for Women is really focused around the career trajectory and providing support systems in order to do that.
Right.
When we last spoke, we had just launched a membership campaign that's been underway for the last 6 months, and we announced our summit, which will be taking place in April.
Where is it going to be?
It is April 27 to 29 in New York City, right before the ACT conference. All of the information is, of course, on our website. We hope that we'll see you there.
Give a shameless plug while you're at it.
Thank you very much. I kind of just did.
Yeah, no, where's the website? What's the website? How do we find it?
Yeah. It is WINiT for Women. WINITFORWOMEN.org. Thank you.
Okay, so, forgive me for being naive, but why is the organization still necessary? I mean, it's 2018. I grew up in a world where it never even occurred to me to think of women as different from men in terms of the career path.
In the hospitality industry specifically, we have some challenges. But we all see this in the newspaper, we all see this in the news. There's so much talk about pay gap, about equality overall. What's different about hospitality is that we don't have to bring women into the workforce and bring them up.
Right.
Over 65% of the workforce are women. The challenge comes in the more senior you become, the less women are in the room. And that's what we're focused on. But that's not all that we're focused on.
Right. Okay. I want to get to the other part of what else you're focused on. Why is that happening? Is that because women are being forced to choose between family and career? Because to me, that work-life balance is seemingly impossible. And no matter how equal men and women are in society, I think that there's still a burden that falls on moms that doesn't fall on dads.
I think that it is not about, there's not one reason for that. I think that part of it is a choice that women make if they choose to leave their careers to have children and not return. But that's not unique to hospitality.
Right.
What's unique to hospitality is the fact that we already have so many women here. Why, when you look at the statistics of less than 7% of women in hospitality are CEOs, why is that number there? Mm-hmm. And there is, of course, the changes that occur when you go from, the three stages of your career, saying launch, middle management, and executive.
Right.
Not everyone wants to be an executive, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And so what WINiT is focused on is making sure that everyone feels relevant and valued in their career, regardless of what stage you're in, and regardless of what you want to be. You could want to be the absolute best travel agent on the planet, and we would help you to do that. We provide you the tools to do that.
Yeah, and I think that's really terrific. It's about helping maximize your inner self and what your personal goals are, not to be reliant on what you think society wants you to achieve.
Absolutely.
Right? So what else do you focus on?
The other piece of this is, and it's equally important, is we provide companies and organizations with the tools to be able to help their women in their organizations to succeed. So there are training sessions and webinars. We give speaking opportunities. In fact, at the summit in April, we have 65 speakers over a day and a half.
Wow.
We're really focused on making sure that women and men hit the stage, talk about what the issues are, but it's really specific about having takeaways of what I can do Monday morning after I attend the summit. This isn't a broad sweeping statement. It's not for or against any gender. It's about getting the tools to be successful.
I love that idea of having actionable insight is what I would call it. Being able to take something and immediately implement it in your life. I see too many industry speakers out there that go on and on and on, but they don't give you like 2 or 3 definite things that you can do.
Yes, this is something that Dawn Rapoli, the director of WINiT, implemented from the very start. At the close of every session is a specific action item and takeaway. We will have sessions that are 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and the C-level session is 45. It's going to be moving, there will be a lot of interaction, and we are not having people talk at the audience. Everything is with audience participation and engagement.
That's great. I hope you do great with the audience participation, because a lot of times I'll give a keynote speech and try to engage the audience, and I just get crickets. But
Yeah.
that's probably because I've bored them to sleep and onto
I
their
don't
cell
think
phone.
it. They might be intimidated by you sometimes, which I feel myself.
I'm sure. I doubt that. You are a powerful individual. I love it.
But one of the things, when you go to a WINiT event, our audience is not shy. We have women and men that feel passionate about what they are experiencing. They will raise their hand and say, you know what, I disagree with you.
That's awesome.
And that kind of engagement is something that you don't find elsewhere.
So how do you foster that type of interactivity with the culture of creating that sense of interactivity?
Well, to begin with, what we do is we have a starting session before the summit, which is our newcomers and how to optimize your experience. In that, we have delegates, and there'll be a delegate and a WINiT ambassador at every table. And the reason that does two things. One is, if it's the first time I'm attending, I want to go and understand what the agenda is, what the flow is, how it works. I also want to meet ambassadors so I learn more about WINiT, and I can talk more on a one-on-one basis. You might not want to put your hand up in front of 400 people.
Right.
There's a delegate at every table. So a table of 10, one is a delegate that if you're not comfortable raising your hand, you might whisper in the ear of your delegate. That person is going to either answer your question or most likely also encourage you to, stand up, be heard. You have something to say and something that others will want to hear and learn from. Our value doesn't just come in the 65 speakers on the stage, it's the thought leadership in the audience.
Right.
Everyone has something to say.
I think that's a really great way of putting it. So it's not just about listening, it's about interacting, it's about participating with the people around you. My guess is that everybody seems to want to help each other out.
It is, and it really is. And what we've found more and more is that the more you ask for help, the more help will be there. And there are people that are not comfortable and just will quietly attend, and it might be an email that we get next week. So being there doesn't put you on the spot. You get out of it what you put into it, and your participation is whatever your comfort level is.
So what are you most excited about in this coming year for your organization, WINiT?
I would say two things. One is the power that comes in the summit. The fact that we've had such an extreme level of interest and the seats are going very quickly. That this is the one time every year or two that we have women and men together at all levels, and it crosses gender, it crosses level of experience. You have people that are entering into college, you have people that are retired and are coming back for the summit, so your experience is very rich. The second thing that I'm excited about is the membership campaign that we've launched. We talked about it briefly when I last saw you, and this is a membership campaign that is specifically geared towards your level of experience, more importantly or equally importantly, your ability to pay. And so there are 3 different levels. You choose yourself what level you're in, and it's not about age, it's not about numbers of years of where you are, it's where you feel that you are. So this will allow us to ensure that everyone is able to participate and be a member of WINiT, and there won't be any barriers in doing so.
Excellent. Well, I know you're selling out. Hopefully you can save me a seat. If not, I'll just stand in the corner.
We will always have a seat at our table.
Excellent. Thanks. I want to thank Mick Lee for being here, and for Glenn Hausman. You're watching Here to Stay TV. Thanks for being a part of this great show.